Right now on Milwaukee Tonight, big plans for a niche community, how a local video game store is expanding, providing a sense of belonging to everyone who visits.
And I'll take you to a place I've always wondered about. It sits atop of the hill on North Avenue.
Plus, tonight's We're Open takes us to a local restaurant where you can eat like the Commander-in-Chief. For real. Welcome, one and all, to Milwaukee Tonight. 30 minutes, 5 nights a week, where we bring the city's extraordinary people, places, and events into your home. From artists to architecture, food to festivals, neighborhoods to nightlife. We showcase what makes Milwaukee, Milwaukee. Here's a look at what's happening in and around Milwaukee tonight. Bikes, barbecue, and bands going on at Paulie's Pub and Eatery in West Dallas. That's until 8:30. Head on down for bike night. Stick around for the barbecue and the live music, featuring blues artist Robert Allen Jr. Creamy City Clay hosting its first mosaic class. They allow you to release your inner artist and create a masterpiece that runs until 9. Register online for that. If you don't feel like going out, it's the second week of the Milwaukee Film Festival. Stream more than 200 films from the comfort of your couch. Now, one of our missions here on Milwaukee Tonight is to bring you the hidden gems in our community. That job falls to my friend Cassandra McShepard, who will be a big part of connecting you with some special people and places. Tonight, she takes us to a popular park that used to house the city's water supply.
When I was a little girl growing up in Milwaukee, in the summertime, when it was really hot, my father would load us all in the car and drive east down North Avenue to the lakefront. But we would always come around this big hill. I always wondered what was up there. Today, if you'll come with me, we're gonna find out. Let's go. Well, I'm finally at the top of the hill. But the question is, where am I and what is this? I'm with Steve Schaffer from the Milwaukee Historical Society. Steve, where am I?
Cassandra, we're in Kilbourn Park. This is the site of a reservoir that was critical to the beginning of Milwaukee's public water system.
Wait a minute. The hill that we're standing on used to be a reservoir?
It was a reservoir. So imagine, if you will, an area about 3.5 acres wide, 21 feet deep, full of water. And we really have to go back to 1870. At that time, politicians began to realize that Milwaukee could no longer rely on its system of wells.
So the lake is over there and the hill is right here. Are there pipes underneath the street?
There certainly are. It was decided that it was cheaper and more efficient to pump the water up the bluff from the North Point pumping station. We can see in the distance what we call the water tower.
So it was finished around 1875 and it operated until how long?
Until the 1980s, and then it simply wasn't needed anymore.
What did they do with this large reservoir full of water?
Well, they drained it.
Okay.
They ended up having to carry a lot of soil up here to fill this massive hole.
What is this about?
Well, it was flowers. I'm not really sure when it became gravel. It was a veterans group, but it was done to honor their service. They made it into this beautiful space.
It is a green space now that the whole city can enjoy.
And the views here are breathtaking.
Yes, yes. If you have a hill that you'd like to climb, something that you're wondering, what's up there? I say take the hike. Pack snacks, though. You, like me, might find yourself at the top of the world. That was so much fun. As I said, Steve, as a kid growing up, I always wondered what was up there and never took the trip before now. So let me ask you this. Is there a place that you've always wondered about going?
You know, I did wonder about that hill. I've been in it a number of times for stories, and I never knew the history behind it until I just saw your story right now. And I've been in and around Milwaukee since 1994, so I appreciate that lesson.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. It was great. And coming up in about 15 minutes, I will show you how that park, that hill, is connecting more of parts of the city than you would even imagine.
We look forward to seeing you in a little bit. Cassandra, while I have you here, where do you want to travel to this summer now that we're all, getting the shots on our arms and getting life back to normal?
My desire is a little humble.
Okay.
Just up to Waupaca.
Anything particular in Wapaka?
The lakes, the lakes and the chain of lakes in Wapaka.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put you down for Wapaka. Everybody at home, if your answer is Miami, you are in luck. Southwest Airlines soon offering new nonstop flights from Milwaukee to southern Florida. That'll start on the 12th of June. Those flights continue every Saturday through September 4th because there's no place we want to fly from Milwaukee to Miami when it's 100 degrees and humid down there. A family-owned video game store in Milwaukee did have to shut down because of the pandemic, but it is now reopening, and they've got some big plans. Our digital reporter James Groh shows us the space the store is buying to turn into an esports arena.
BattleBox Studios in Milwaukee is jam-packed with collectibles and video games. In the 5 years they've been a store, they've already expanded once, and now, coming out of the pandemic, they're expanding again right next door, and they've got some big plans.
Probably just go with Pikachu.
That's Bryant Wilcox, who helps run BattleBox Studios with his son. It's a video game store, collectible shop, and gaming lounge in Milwaukee's Sherman Park neighborhood. It's not just any video game and collectible shop. It's a place for what Bryant calls blurds or black nerds.
Anybody that's a minority, that's a nerd, that's into like geek stuff, into comics, gaming, anime, but still with like a little urban edge to you. I mean, that's what we are.
When the pandemic hit, Bryant and his son had to shut down their store they put their life savings into.
We literally emptied out.
But they stayed open thanks to loyal customers and a diverse array of products. Now the future is bright. Bryant and his son are purchasing this vacant lot and building adjacent to the current store.
Maybe a smaller like esports arena at times, and some days we may actually host like a music event.
If they had more room or an outdoor area, they could have safely distanced people and stayed open. So they also want to make an outdoor patio space.
We need more space for our people, like our group, our community.
There's no specific date for when the new event space will be finished, but Bryant said everything they make will go into refurbishing it. In Milwaukee, James Groh, TMJ4 News.
Who knew? For more digital content like that, download the TMJ4 News app wherever you stream. Click on the go with Groh. From our partners at On Milwaukee, Odd Duck in Bayview will soon be welcoming guests back for dining. They've been closed since the pandemic began. They reopen tomorrow. To see their menu and learn how you can reserve a table, visit onmilwaukee.com. Our We're Open series tonight taking us to Engine Company number 3 in Walker's Point. They serve up Topaz-style brunch with an international flair inside of an old firehouse. The restaurant gets a variety of customers. One of the most memorable? That's our former president, Barack Obama.
And my wife's like, do you think the president's coming? I'm like, there's no way the president's not coming here. They would have notified us. And then this big giant guy the size of J.J. Watt goes, yes, sir, the president is in fact coming. And I turn around and I see this monster Secret Service guy. It's like, the president is coming and I need to talk to you about him coming to your restaurant.
Okay, if you want to eat like a president, head on over to Engine Company 3. Order the patacon con huevo and an omelet. Big appetite. Still ahead on Milwaukee Tonight, how happy are you when you watch the news? We take you 360 as we dive into balance and representation in local newscasts. What makes you at home turn us on?
Krista, tell me what you love about Milwaukee.
Well, one of my favorite things about Milwaukee is that we have these super cool streets that move up and down so boats can go underneath them. I think that is such a cool thing for a city downtown to have.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about us for a minute here. We often hear the news does not look like the place where we live. It's not diverse, and it's too often too negative. Some people tell us they skip watching us entirely to avoid feeling overwhelmed. So what can we do to change things? This program is one thing. This week, our Ryan Jenkins is going 360. He's in search of some different perspectives on why people are turning us off.
For some people, local news offers a critical source of information. For others, reports of illness and crime are traumatizing.
So we're going 360, talking to industry experts and to a psychologist on why balance and representation matter in local news. And we also talk to Milwaukeeans who avoid local newscasts and to those who call themselves loyal viewers. That's where we start.
the local news gives you the information you need to live your life. I mean, quite literally.
Jim Galazeski watches local news every day, following updates about crime, COVID-19, and keeping tabs on our elected officials. Rebecca Burrell also watches, but sees something different.
Representation matters, especially when you are Black, you've grown up in a colonized country.
She's an activist, and she wants to see local news do a better job at showing the good happening all around us.
I definitely appreciate being able to highlight our community for not only the negative things that happen, but also the positive things that happen.
Dr. Anna Garner researches and teaches journalism at Marquette University. She says a lack of balance and representation can send an unintended message.
And the problem is that those kinds of stories focus on the few bad apples or the few bad incidences when there are a whole group of people out there who are living their lives. They're working every day. They're trying to do good things for the communities and themselves. And none of that matters and none of that gets attention.
Chantel Riley says local news lacks compassion.
It was constantly like re-traumatizing me.
She lost her son to gun violence a few years ago and says the negativity in the news led her to eventually turn it off for good.
I originally stopped watching the news, like I said I was done, when I started noticing how we were reporting the COVID cases and deaths. It just felt like they were reporting them like sports stats.
Mark Zaromsky, past president of the Milwaukee Press Club, agrees intentional balance is needed.
I think the audience understands that I'm watching a newscast because I want to find out about the news. But who can blame them for saying, all you're giving me is crime news, so I'm so depressed by the end of it, I don't want to watch news anymore.
It's why psychologist Shyla Margain with UW Health says positive community-focused stories can really have an impact.
When we see those positive stories, there's representation of what's possible, so we can see ourselves in that person's shoes, or it could open up new possibilities, or we might just be inspired to take action.
A call for balance, positivity, and representation that's not going unheard by us here at TMJ4 News. Reporting in Milwaukee, I'm Ryan Jenkins.
That's exactly why we are doing what we are doing here on Milwaukee Tonight.
That's right, Steve. And that's what's so great about this, because we are showcasing what works in this city.
There's a lot that works here, so we do need to tell people about that too.
There is, and we're going to. Coming up, we've all seen their names on buildings and street signs, but who are the men behind Kilbourn Reservoir and the Pfister Hotel? That's next.
And today's Weather-Wise takes a step back in time about 30 years ago. Let me tell you, it will make you thankful that was only in the 40s today. Just a few minutes ago, Cassandra took us to Reservoir Park. It's high atop that hill on North Avenue, but you know there's more to this story.
That's right, Steve. And the Milwaukee County Historical Society helped me connect the dots of history that are scattered across the city.
Guido Pfister, Alexander Mitchell, Mitchell Street, of course, named after him, George Burnham, Burnham Avenue, John Plankinton.
The Plankinton building.
Right. Those were some of the water commissioners who were charged with implementing the project, and they were the movers and shakers of their time. Byron Kilbourn is also critical to our story because this was his land. When the reservoir was completed, he donated this to the city.
I think you have a lot of work to do just based off the street names in the city, telling us what came from where.
I know. You know what? I love history. I absolutely do.
And you're going to have plenty of time to dive into it, Cassandra, as you unearth more hidden gems around the city of Milwaukee. You know where you're going to stick them? MilwaukeeTonight.com. All right, this next story will make you grateful for today's just chilly weather. Kristen Kershane has today's Weather-Wise.
Steve, take a look at this video. This looks like it would be from winter, but it's actually from May 10th specifically of 1990. So this is, we're going back in history here. As we look at the video, you can see this was a pretty decent snowfall. It's actually the latest snowstorm on record for southeast Wisconsin. Took down a lot of trees, a lot of tree branches, did a lot of damage here. And we know that heavy, wet snow is hard to deal with. People having to get out the snow blowers in May. So again, May 10th of 1990, it's officially the latest snowstorm on record for southeast Wisconsin with 3 to 8 inches of heavy wet snow. The heaviest snow was actually just away from Lake Michigan, a little bit farther inland. Thousands of trees and tree branches went down, power lines snapped as well. So while it is going to be chilly for us tonight and we're going to see some frost, thankfully, we're not dealing with any snow. Steve, back to you.
No reason to complain. Next, Armed Forces Week in Milwaukee. The pandemic forcing events to be virtual last year. In-person events are back. How you can honor those serving in the armed forces. Here now is your primetime lineup. The Voice is coming up in just a few minutes. That is followed by Debris. After that, stay tuned for TMJ4 News at 10. All week long, the Milwaukee Armed Services Committee is honoring Armed Forces Week. There are a number of events planned every day. The theme is Forward with Healing. You can join tomorrow's Rotary Club luncheon at the Milwaukee County War Memorial. That starts at noon. So thank you for joining us for this debut edition of Milwaukee Tonight. Cassandra, it is a pleasure having you on our team.
Steve, it is an honor to be on your team. Thank you so much for having me. So, but wait, did we do it? Like, is it, what, it's done?
We did it.
Was it okay?
First show's in the books. The great thing about television is tomorrow, our producer Jody starts all over with a blank computer screen. Has to do this all from scratch.
So
Remember,
we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yes, TMJ4 News, always streaming. We're 24/7 on Roku and in the TMJ4 News app. I'll see you again on the other side of prime time.